Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Ritter. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Here's Ritter. Got his man. It's Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. First carry for Josh Jacobs. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Well, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
You talk about this Lions defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers, takeaways they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
They'll send Reed in motion left. Love now. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On now is the Packers punter. Back deep is DJ Chark. This is taken around the 12. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
45 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 33, here's second down and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. Second and 9.
Let's go now.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Fights through him. Sheds off the tackle. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Love looking to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And out of bounds right around the 20. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now third down and 6 to go.
Here we go, set. Head to 60, head to 60.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing. Love. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Ritter off the play fake.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Now 2nd and 3.
Shart's got it left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This out quickly to Williams.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Bates' kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now. 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second and 7.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
3rd and 4.
Let's go now.
Here's Love.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They'll send Watson in motion right.
Love to throw for it on fourth. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
64 yards.
And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Back to throw, Ritter. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Into space at the 45. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Throw left side, caught by Laporta.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Chark the motion man right. Ritter now.
Eluding the pressure right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jameson Williams
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
82 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now Love. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
60
In motion left goes Watson. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw now. Here's Love. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Final play of the half, Love. That one out wide and intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will be brought down on what will be the